Alrighty guys, what is up? Welcome back to Empyrion Galactic Survival, Reforged Eden with Lone Debater 7. And today, what we're going to do is we're actually going to expand our base defenses a little bit further. I'm going to build like a little defense tower structure in order to protect our base a little bit more. So in between sessions, I've added the max amount of solar panels to this base. So we've got... what is it, a total of 24 solar panels, the large ones. Right now we're burning through because I'm using both constructors and the food processors on, but our base only uses like 200 watts of power at any given time. So with all 24 of these, even if it's raining like this, we're generating more than that. So like right now it's kind of the worst the weather will get, and we're generating almost 800 watts of energy. So that is enough to power the base and charge the batteries, so it'll run overnight. It's only if we use the constructors that it kind of taps into our fuel reserves, because basically what you want is you want your base to be powered completely by solar, or at least the turret parts of it. That way, while you're flying around doing stuff, you can not have to worry about your base getting destroyed by the Xerax if they decide to raid or something. In addition, there have been a couple of Empyrion live streams where I've designed a couple of capital vessel templates. So I also, in the last live stream, went ahead and built, or provided the factory with all these resources to build our T1 kind of shitty capital vessel that's called the Ferry. We're going to use this in order to go get Zirconium and Erestrium. That way we can start working on the Thresher, which is the one I actually want to use because it has shields and stuff. But we need a fair amount of Zirconium and Erestrium for that. And we need to build some Optometrix bridges and shit like that, which, yeah, we need to gather gold, we need to gather Erestrium, we need to gather Zirconium, and a bunch of other stuff. All the other resources, the easiest way to gather that stuff is by just salvaging, like the crash capital vessels that you find on the moon and stuff like that. But anyway, that's kind of the plan more or less for right now. I am going to build a little bit more ammo. So I'm building the ammo for our cannon turrets that we've got here. So once we get the defense tower put up, we can actually, load it with some ammo and whatnot. We've got a couple more solar panels being crafted, but that's fine. Let's go ahead and kind of rough this out. I am going to template this little defense tower build that we're going to make. Just so if I decide I want even more defenses for the solar panels I place down here, I could potentially just copy the template and paste it right there, and it'd be a little bit easier than having to build it from scratch every single time. But with that being said, I kind of want to place it up on... fuck. Spider. Okay. Piece of shit. Yeah, that's right. Better run away, you saw me murder your friend, huh? You're next. Okay, got the spiders dealt with. So don't get killed by spiders. But I think if I place it up here, I won't have to worry about the Xerax drones when they come and raid the base. This should be good enough to protect our solar array. Because although solar panels aren't the most expensive thing in the world, they do cost a little bit of resources, so it would be nice to, not lose them. So we're going to place our base starter right here. Cool, we got our new base. Fantastic. We're going to place an ammo box. And I'm going to use this to build the height of the base is kind of what my thought is. So we're just going to hop in the drone. It's a little bit easier. Then we've got two capacitors that I want to place. So I could place it snap to the core and put one like either side. So I think we'll do that. We'll place those like that. And then the rest is going to be concrete turrets, and then we're going to connect these solar panels to it at the very end. So let's go ahead and line this out with some concrete. It's not going to be a structure that we're actually going to access at any time. We just need to be able to put, ammo inside of it, and that's about it. So that's relatively easy to do. It might actually make sense to build a Wi-Fi connector so I can transfer the ammo from our base up to here without having to move. I do need to move my actual character out of the way so I can finish constructing this. So we're going to build something kind of like that but I don't want one there. Okay. So there's that. That's kind of the foundation. And then we are just gonna kind of bring it in one level like this. And bring that up, I think. So we're gonna bring that in one more. So it's kind of like it's not just the same kind of thing. So if I put one like there and there, it'll kind of have a shape to it more or less going up into this tower piece. And then basically, I think we're going to make it that big. Something like that. And then build those up. The pillars on the side. And then from this, I'm going to make some platforms to place our projectile turrets on top of. So projectile turrets are like 3 wide. So if I do something like this, and I might change these corners out for slopes is maybe what I'm thinking. Then I can place a turret in each of... God damn it. That really sucks that that broke. Fuck. Because now I gotta rebuild the turret. Oh, it did give me the turret back. That is fantastic. I don't care about the concrete so much, but would have sucked if we lost that turret. Okay. Fine. So let's actually kind of shape this at the same time as we go. That way it's more or less ready. So I guess I'm gonna have to do like this little strut type thing in order to hold those platforms with the turret on top of it, which is fine. I mean, I guess that kind of makes sense. It's a lot of concrete, but anyway. So, and I suppose I could actually, like, I don't necessarily want that one, so I can't because I'm not in creative. Okay. I'm used to building in creative because I built the last couple things in creative mode. So in survival, you can't use the shift right click trick to get your stuff back easily, but that's fine. Just pull that one. And I also, you know what? I think we will go ahead and connect these up. So let's fill this in just slightly. Because if I place the turrets like on this, they're gonna overlap is the only problem. So they really do need to be out one more block in order to fit all 4 of them up top. But that should be like I would think that's doable. I don't know. So it's got the little slope kind of supporting this. It's got the corners there now to kind of support. If I throw some more corners, around this way, it should provide even more support, I would think, for the block. Actually, those are going to be squares, huh? Okay, fine. JK, we're not going to do that. So let's build the platform more or less. And does the undo work for this? It doesn't. Okay, fine. There. Because I want these guys kind of going out like this. And I might change these outer corners to slope blocks. And I might actually... Because the only thing is like, if the weight of the turret is too much, when you place it on this concrete slab, it'll collapse, which we don't want to have happen. That's what happened the first time. So maybe... let's actually connect those a little bit farther down, just so it has a little bit more support from the base of the structure, right? Then I can go back to slope blocks and kind of do something like this. Well, I don't want one there. And that might be enough, hopefully. I don't actually know. We'll place the turrets after I get this piece kind of like set up the way I want. Because I would think that this is enough support to be able to hold a turret. I mean, I don't believe the turrets weigh all that much. You know, at least not compared to concrete. You would think the concrete weighs a lot more, but I could be wrong on that. Then I do want to do this kind of deal. So it's kind of like a connected type deal. And I can actually put another corner down below that. To make it blend into the structure as opposed to just like ending. So I believe it is this corner C. Yeah. Nope, it isn't corner C. JK. Is it this one? Yeah, it's this one. Okay, cool. Just so it's all like connected and looks a little bit more like it's not just random slopes ending and stuff like that, you know what I mean? This kind of design type shit I'm not the best in the world at, but I do try a little bit to make stuff not look like complete garbage, you know, more or less. I'm not all that good at it though, so let's try that. Please don't break, and it didn't, so cool. That shall work. And we'll put one in each direction. And this will be like our little defense tower. Mainly just to protect those solar panels that are right there. I mean, we've got turrets, and they do protect. Like, they do protect, so it's not that they aren't doing what they're supposed to. It's just, I think that I need a touch more in order to get this to do what I want. So, let's... Alright, come on. Cooperate, please. Like that, please. Thank you. And then we can throw in one more block there, I suppose. But let's get all the little slopey bits done first. Just to shape it a little bit. I mean, yeah, it's not the best shaping in the world. I'll be the first to admit. But it looks better than just a bunch of random fucking cubes. So, you know, take some and lose some, right? But... And then I will extend out that base platform one more to fill in where these guys are. So we'll just throw another square there, square there, square there, square there. Okay. And I think that's pretty much how I want it to look. What I could do is use like a slope on this bit instead of a square. So I think it's not that one, but maybe this one. Alright, there we go. Something like this, maybe? No, that's not quite right either. Maybe I will just convert it to the regular slopes instead of having a square jutting out there. Top bit'll look a little bit odd, I suppose, but that is okay. So yeah, that kind of works. At least a little bit. So it has kind of a shape, so I mean, like, you know, it's a pillar that goes up to a platform with turrets on it, but there's that. So next, what we're gonna do is we're gonna end up connecting solar panels to this, because that's how it is going to be powered. So with these, I believe these flat ones are the best for what for this area anyway. So we're going to stick with these for the time being. And honestly, I shouldn't template with the solar panels necessarily, just so I can place them where they fit. But you know what? We've got them placed now, connected to the base, so whatever. It is what it is. So there's 8 of them. There should be another 2 inside of the base, and the ammo to load those turrets. So let's go grab that, and then we'll template this bad boy and call it good. I do want to try to build a like capital vessel pad, or like a landing pad where we can spawn in our CV, and then we also can maybe move our whatchamacallit, the like hover vehicles and shit over there too. But so there's that. There's the ammo. I'm gonna just put that on my hotbar. The stone dust can go back inside here for now. Those can go back inside there. Okay. And everything should be built, so we can turn off the constructor so our solar capacitor battery is charged for the main base. It's almost nighttime, so we're gonna burn some some actual fuel to make it through the night, most likely. But you know, is what it is, I suppose. Let's hop into the drone again. And I guess actually having the solar panels around the base like this isn't bad, because then the tower will also protect these. 1 and come on, 2. There we go. All right, so that I would think that's more than enough power to run this. Let's just take a look, see. So on the statistics, it takes 0 watts. Oh, Jesus. That's probably because it's not turned on. If we take a look now, 66 watts to run all 4 of those turrets. This averages 300 watts, so I think that'll be enough. We need this to get to about 30, I think, for it to be good as far as power is concerned. To actually access the ammo box, you got to do it through the deviceless access container type stuff, but that's fine. Damn it, I forgot to turn off Predator, because it doesn't need to waste ammo on Predators. There we go, apply to group, great. So that should protect our solar panels fairly well. I'm going to call this just Defense Tower, I believe, or Defense Tower 1 maybe. Defense Tower A, we'll call it that. Cool. So there's that. It does reasonably well. Like, I might end up putting more solar panels on it. I don't know yet. But let's hop on the drone for the template save so I can actually see this. So it should be Alt-O. Save as Defense Tower A. Oh. Already exists. Fine. Defense Tower B then. Save. And that means we gotta rename this to Defense Tower B, but not a big deal. So, okay, cool. There we go. So, pretty simple defense tower. I mean, you got 80K CPU to work with, so we could potentially add another turret to it if we wanted to, or change them out to rocket turrets or laser turrets or something down the road, just by adding in an extender. But we're good on CPU, we're good on power for this. It should be just fine. We already have 32 in the battery, and we've got 30 minutes worth of runtime, so that should get it through the night, I believe. If not, it's not a big deal. Starting tomorrow, assuming there's some sunshine, it'll do just fine. But anyway, I also built one of these hydrogen collectors over here in between sessions, just to get some hydrogen bottles, because to make the fusion cells, or whatever they call themselves now, you need hydrogen. So as opposed to wasting resources converting oxygen to hydrogen with the constructor, I can just use those and gather the hydrogen outright on its own and not worry about it. So like if we go in here, go back to all, so Promethium Hydrocell is what they're called. So this costs the same amount of Promethium as a dual fuel cell, but it also takes 20 hydrogen bottles and a steel plate. But this gives you 300 watt-hours worth of fuel versus 150, so for adding those 20 hydrogen bottles and steel plate gives you double the power. But the Promethium cost is the same, so these are what we're going to start building for our fuel now. I do have 30 of the dual fuel cells, which are pretty good. We've got 104 refined pentaxid crystals so we can fill up the warp tank on our CV. But we're going to deal with all that next time. If you enjoyed the episode today, be sure to like, comment, subscribe as always. And until next time, this has been Lone Debater 7, and we will see ya.